I think this has been one of the most diverse breakdowns that I've had the chance to cover out of this format. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So we have the breakdown here for the Rivals Gaming tournament, and well, for a case tournament, this is actually pretty interesting. You know, you get the chance to see like diversity across the format here, but when you have such an even spread of things across this, and even like some very left field rogue decks here, it's very, very interesting. Also, thanks to Rivals Gaming for actually supplying me with this info. We'll cover deck list here in a second. So Dragon Link ended up winning the event. I actually think that that's pretty acceptable and actually pretty cool. We've talked about Dragon Link's kind of just like the Rogue Buster. Well, it's not really the Rogue Buster. It's like, at the very beginning of the format, I talked about how I thought Dragon Link would be one of the better decks in the format, you know. And we kind of compare the deck to what Sprite does in terms of like setting up huge negate boards. Obviously, things like Dark Ruler No More can ruin both decks' days, but that's kind of how things go. Now, we also had one Flaunderies in Top Cut, one Exo Sister. Exo Sister just hasn't been performing this format as much as players want it to be. And I really want to be like very like, I don't know. I want to be like, yeah, Exo Sister is like a good rogue deck, but every event that we see come by, you know, these results continue to dwindle, and you continue to see like less Exo Sister domination. We also had a Drytron. Drytron has been doing fantastic on the back burner of things, you know, just showing people that rituals are still keeping up. We also had Sword Soul, Rika Sun Avalon, and then Tyr as well. Now, the thing that gets me most about this Top Cut was there's a Volcanic Eldlich list in here. Now, Volcanic Eldlich basically, what you use Scattershot to basically disrupt the opponent's field during their turn. I mean, Torrential Tribute and other things like that could also do that. But I think it's always kind of interesting to see when the Volcanic engine can come back out of the woodwork here and show people that, hey, you know, we can do something. It's actually pretty cool. All right, we're going to pass on over to the top 8 deck. Alright, first place here is actually just a Boral End Turbo. From the final picture that I saw, he was holding his Boral End up, and it's actually pretty cool to see that this deck is still performing. Galaxy Cyclone is a 1-of, and the side deck is actually pretty alright too. I see we have the anti-scam fragrances in here as well, in case, you know, something kind of goes left field. Let's be honest here, this card is busted. I also see we're playing one Tidying in the main, one in the side, and we're actually playing the Chamber Dragon main. A lot of players have very much strayed away from, you know, playing Chamber at this point. Like, it just feels like the Brave package kind of took over for a long time, considering this is a case tournament. You know, you'll get the chance to rewind back to some former results here and see things that might not be successful on a regional level. And this would definitely work at a regional level, I think. So very happy to see that Chamber is back, getting the chance to show off the Tidying. Still a very good card. And of course, this excellent card down here doing its job too. Next up here, we have Flounder. Flounder ended up making second place out of this event. You can thank Double or Dimension Shifter for that. Also, we're playing double copies of Barrier Statue of Stormwinds. To be honest with you, we've seen Stormwinds kind of becoming more of a double as of late. I do think overall that this card is very, very, very good. Still like the cornerstone of this. I've heard a few people call for this card to be limited at this point. I think that's pretty absurd, to be honest with you. I guess people want it banned too, but I don't know. I feel like the answer in the sarcastic Yu-Gi-Oh community is just to draw the out 5-head. So I don't know. It's definitely something else. Double Dark Row in the main deck, of course. Triple Duality, Triple Prosperity. No Mystic Mine in the main deck. We're actually sighting our mine down here, and we're actually sighting the Ultimate Slayers as well. So if something looks like it's going sideways for this deck, it looks like you pretty much got your bases covered in the ways that you need to. Alright, third place is actually Exo Sister. Good stuff. So this deck managed to make top 4 here. Straight away here, I'm glad to see we're playing Gozen Match. I know a few people have looked at Exo Sister, been asking like what the perfect ratios are. I mean, obviously things like Dimension Shifter are one of the better cards that this deck has access to, but you know, if things start to, you know, shift out of your favor, it's not like you don't have access to something like Gozen Match here to kind of force things back in your favor. I also like this one droplet here. Definitely an interesting tech choice for sure. I mean, could you play like, I don't think you can really play Ultimate Slayer. We also got Cowboy down here for time, Baguska, in case we don't open up, the most optimally. And then we got what? 2-3-2-2-2 split with double Zeus. Glad to see somebody's actually playing double Zeus down here. Most of these lists I see are actually just choosing to play one Zeus, and it's fine, It does its job, but I don't know. I feel like having the second, in case something goes wrong, is fine. Next up is Drytron. So Drytron also made top 4 for this event. You can thank this card right here. Even though we're in one of those really weird formats right now, where you kind of just look at how things are going around you. Even though there's plenty of board breakers and things like, I don't know, Dark Ruler No More, Mystic Mind, Droplet, watching this card still stand up to a board that players can't break is really, really powerful. Our board breakers for this build are double Dark Ruler, triple Droplet. You also have Mystic Mind in here as well. You got double Talents in here as well. Like, your bases are covered here. I also see that we're citing the Magic Key Unlocking and the Botto Buster here to search for these. So, once again, your option trees are pretty set in stone for this list. I don't particularly see anything crazy. I guess, like, if you want to call, like, one profs crazy, but I don't know, man. Players get very, very interesting when they look at their tech choices. Sword Soul. So, we're actually meaning triple Super Poly. Well, a lot of the Sword Soul variants as of late have either been, I think most of them have been meaning, Mystic Mind to kind of detour and counteract. So I guess you can side out Super Polys from Mystic Minds depending on your matchup. You got board breakers here for the Dark Ruler No Mores if you need. You also have talents here as well. Like, you've got plenty of option trees available to you to set up and do as you need to do. 43 cards I don't also think is an issue. Once again, when you start looking at these lists and looking like the key cards for the format here, obviously this is one of the centralized points of this format. Super Poly I would say is like a close behind, obviously, with Rivalry and Talents. Talents has been tearing up this format, man. Like, your opponent puts up a sprite board, you just get to laugh at them. Like, it's actually so crazy to me how good this card actually is. Next up here is our Volcanic Eldlich deck. Alright, so straight away, we're actually only playing 2 Shell. I guess that's fine. Like, I feel like you're just adding more dead draws at this point, so that's fine. Of course, the thing that's going to get you a lot of value is going to be the Scatter Shot here, off of the Blaze Accelerator reload here. Dealing either player's main phase and a Volcanic card from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, draw a card. So you send the Scatter Shot mills 2 more Scatter Shots. Congratulations, you get to destroy all monsters your opponent controls. We're also playing the 2 Volcanic Rockets here. It's a 1900 monster that can go search for Blaze Accelerator reload. Like, it covers all your bases. I also like the fact that we're citing an X-Strab down here. Interesting ratios. This by far has been one of the coolest teched out decks I've seen. We also have the Avarices here and the double X-Strabs in order to capitalize and just get the best out of our draw power for this deck. Maybe a 3rd Super Poly would be cool in the main, but I think everything else looks good. Next up is our Rika Sun Avalon deck. After the recent domination that we've seen with this out of Euros, I am not surprised to see that this is doing well here. Triple board breakers, you got the double copies of Mystic Mind in the main deck. This is one of the first builds I've seen actually playing a Pointer out of this tournament. A Pointer was one of the biggest cards, just kind of tearing through and showing people that, hey, like, this card does amazing things for the metagame. Like, give this some consideration. I also read from a few people that they were like, what's the point in, like, using a Pointer? Like, what do we care about with this? You care about looking at your opponent's hand and sniping a resource or card that could break you. If they have, like, a Dark Ruler No More or something like that, that's going to be the real reason why you want to play a Pointer post side, is to take away either like a starter or something that hurts you in the long run. Alright, I know it's a trap card. Trap cards are bad according to some players, but it all works out. And the last list we have here is our Tier Element list. Wow. Tier got bullied all the way from 8th place here. There's also no sprite for this breakdown. I don't know if you guys noticed. This is very similar to the Top Cut build out of Euros, where you see like the 1 Dark Grepher here. See the Danger package doing what it does best. Double Gizmex to put bodies on the field. Double Galaxy Cyclones to pop things. And then, of course, you've seen how good Super Poly is for board breaking. Also, double Deck Devi double D barrier with the 1 crime here for this. So overall, not too bad overall. I feel like for this breakdown, nothing really surprises me out of left field too much. I mean, I guess I should be more excited for like Volcanic Eldlich, but it's still Eldlich with some sort of package in it to carry it. And Eldlich is already a very good deck as it is, so I'm not really surprised. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Sure you guys smash the crap out of the subscribe button. See your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.